Naruto this, but like One Piece, and you have to like double. Bro, sometimes I'm concerned that comic book fans and manga fans are not good at reading. I'm very nervous about our reading comprehension skills because okay, so Shonen Jump just pulled out, just said, hey, these are the top 3 manga sales of all time. We've got One Piece, we've got Dragon Ball Z, and we've got Naruto. We have One Piece at 516 million copies sold, 260 million copies sold for Dragon Ball Z, and we have 250 million copies for Naruto. Massive, impressive numbers. Like, seriously, like, massive, impressive numbers. I'm sure those numbers go up every single freaking day because people are still getting into Naruto, people are still getting into Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece is still going. Now, what the reason why I'm concerned about the reading comprehension of us is because now if you read the comments on this Twitter thread, everyone's like, I told y'all Bleach fans that you guys weren't supposed to be in the top 3, and everyone's going crazy on the big 3. Like, Demon Slayer should be in the big 3, not Bleach. All Bleach fans right now crying. And what they're referring to, if you don't know, is in anime and manga, there's this term called the big 3. And what it refers to is the big 3 is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. And so many fans get confused on what that is. And so, like, this has Shonen Jump top 3 manga sales of all time, not the big 3. It's not referencing the big 3. What the big 3 is referring to is there was a time, a golden era, in which One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto were all popular, like same levels of popular at the same time. They were killing it with their anime adaptations. They were killing it in the weekly Shonen Jump. They were just featured multiple times on the covers. And so what this was referred to was just these were the big 3. And I've got this I found an article on the internet to freaking back me up, where it says the nickname the Big 3 came about due to their immense worldwide popularity and length. With that, they were always featured in front of the shared Shonen Jump covers and always had bigger images for their main protagonists, Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo. All 3 series ran for at least 15 years and 70 volumes. All 3 overlapped in publication from 2001 to 2014. While the 3 series weren't the biggest sellers in the magazine, Hunter x Hunter sold more per volume than Bleach, for example. Bleach is always getting like the shaft. They kept their position on the covers due to their overall popularity. And the fact that they were all shonen series, they all had like these male characters. They were all doing really well on the weekly Shonen Jump mangas. They all had anime adaptations. Like, I didn't know that Bleach had over like 300 episodes. That's impressive. And so, but I get nervous. I get nervous because, we see this top 3 manga sales of all time. And then, everyone's talking about, Bleach shouldn't be in the big 3. I feel bad, man. My boy Nicholas Mueller, he loves Bleach. He's a huge Bleach fan. I wonder if he's used to getting all this Bleach hate. But it's officially time we replace Bleach, and then everyone's like, oh, it should be Attack on Titan, kick Dragon Ball Z out, and everyone's like, we're not talking about like what the big 3 in terms of, we're not talking about the most popular, we're not talking about the cultural significance. I would say that Demon Slayer is probably one of the most cultural significant anime and manga in the last decade. Same with Attack on Titan, because to me, I think those were like 2 really big gateway series that got new people into wanting to get into manga and anime. But still, just because they're culturally relevant and popular doesn't mean that you get to change the term of what the big 3 is. The big 3 will always be One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, because the big 3 is a reference to a time, an era. It's got nothing to do with sales. It's got nothing to do with cultural relevance. Short video, I know, but Sometimes I wonder, guys, can we read? Are we reading these books? Are we understanding the context? I don't know. Have you guys, let me know in the comments if you guys have read any of these, by the way. I think I read the first like 5 or 6 volumes of Naruto, and then I was like, I really liked Zabuza. I thought that was a really cool arc, and then I just could care less about all the school stuff, so I got bored. I did read all of Dragon Ball Z, all 300 plus chapters. Enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy it enough to like ever buy a single volume physically. Just read them on the Shonen Jump app, but I enjoyed it. I mean, what's crazy about the Dragon Ball Z manga is that I remember as a kid on Cartoon Network, Toonami, when Goku went Super Saiyan 3, it took like I think 3 or 4 episodes of him like screaming in the show for him to actually do it, and I was shocked that in the manga it was like a page or two. I was like, oh, like he did that pretty quick. So, and then I have tried multiple times to get into One Piece. Like I don't know, it's just too big. It's too big. Like, you know, Dragon Ball Z, this, you got Naruto, this, but like One Piece, and you have to like just messing with you guys. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the big 3 and, you know, these manga. I mean, those manga sales are freaking fantastic. Can you guys imagine if like there were comic books that sold this much? Makes you think. Makes you wonder. Guys, as well, go check out my Kickstarter, link in the chat, link in the description, link in the chat. Bro,